My fellow classmates, we have made it. We have made it to year 7 and we have accomplished year 7. So I remember the first time walking into Ollivander and getting this wand. And it was a Dragonheart core wand, and how the first time I waved it, the room lit up, my hair just flipped back, was flowing through the wind, and I knew that Hogwarts was a place for me so I can learn to harness the power within me and this object, this talisman, to be able to unleash my full potential as a wizard. So to you, my fellow witches and wizards, I am so grateful for this opportunity to be able to give you this graduation speech where we can go out to the Ministry of Magic and go either become Auroras, to become defenders of good and of justice, or we can just be bookkeepers, or we can be press, journalism, or even we could even make it up to the Minister of Magic and form a new society of where magical creatures and where magical beings can live amongst muggles, and yet in peace and prosperity, where we can both accomplish the great tasks that are in our own lives. But first I want to take you back. I want to take you back to my first year where I was in the Defense Against the Dark Arts class, and to be honest, I can't remember his name because he turned out to be Voldemort. Voldemort was sitting in the back of his head, and so I don't really remember him because he was a bad dude. Really bad dude. Feasting off of unicorns. How cruel was that? So cruel. But I want to take you back to there is that whenever I was first trying to do my first spell, I was sitting there trying to cast a simple Wingardium Leviosa. So you have to go Wingardium Leviosa, and how I could never get it right because I was not that smart. Apparently I was waving my wand around a little too hard, and I just ended up blowing my hair up, and I had black smoke all over my face, and it ruined my precious Gryffindor scarf right here. And yes, I am from Gryffindor, because what an amazing house that was. And thank God I wasn't a Slytherin. Not to bash y'all my Slytherin, but I love y'all as much as I do, but y'all are crazy. Y'all are truly crazy. And now and then we move on to the second year whenever we were all gathered there at the Quidditch Cup. And Harry was flying his broom down and just absolutely got nailed by that bludgeon. Got nailed by it, and he just gets taken off of there. And his arm gets broken, it's just mangled, and how cruel and how terrible that was. But how awesome was that Harry got hit like that. That he actually withstood that. Then we move on to years 3 and 4 and 5, how they just kind of flew by, how we had werewolves on campus, how we had the Goblet of Fire and just Voldemort's return, and how we all thought, honestly I thought that Harry was just a lunatic. I thought Harry was a lunatic saying Voldemort returned. What in the world, man? And then we got our 5th year where we got the attack on the Ministry, and how it just went all to shambles. But what an amazing thing is that we went through all these trials, and then how Dumbledore unfortunately passed away in our 6th year, and how he just lost it. He lost his life fighting for good and for the protection of his students, and then Severus Snape became headmaster, and just things changed from then on. And then we get to this point where we have the great battle of Hogwarts, where Voldemort is defeated and all of his Death Eaters are either arrested or go into hiding. And we have this momentous victory, and then we return to school. We rebuild, and then we learn more about magic. And so after overcoming all these trials, and after going through all these trials and all these tribulations, we still overcame, and we still graduated from Hogwarts, where we can be wizards in a crazy but beautiful world.